mayors from across the county came together yesterday to discuss the regional approach to homelessness. Here to recap the meeting is El Cajon Mayor, Mr. Bill Wells, a good friend of KUSI. Mr. Wells, good morning to you, sir.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
All right, take us inside the room. Who was there and what was said?
Well, this is the San Diego Rescue Mission. This is their third attempt to get all the mayors together and have a reasonable conversation about homelessness and what it really is and what the real solutions could be. And I think it's a great thing. You know, we've got 14 different mayors in the county. I think 10 made it, which is pretty great. And you know, we're not all on the same page with how to deal with homelessness at all. There's a lot of different opinions. And it's rare that we get a chance to talk, to be friendly, and have a conversation that's not contentious.
So the mood is friendly?
It was very friendly.
All right, so like you're building consensus. Was there any consensus built? Is there any one thing you all can agree on?
I think the one thing we can all agree on is that what we're doing is not working. and that it is the #1 priority for every mayor in the room. You know, I think a lot of people, it seems to me, at least the way people talk to me, is that they feel like I'm not aware of the fact that there's this huge homelessness problem. Maybe I don't care that much. I can tell you, for me and every other mayor I've ever talked to, it is the thing that keeps us up at night. It's the thing that is most evidently seen on the streets, and it's reflective of our leadership, and it's very concerning. So I really got a sense that that was the case with everybody else.
It seems to me, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, but there seems to be a changing of the wind as to how to deal with this issue. You know, the Alpha Project is always about, hey, let's get to the root cause of all this, and instead of trying to build expensive housing, let's treat the mentally ill and let's treat drug addiction. And it seems like more and more entities now are swinging in that direction. Is that right?
I hope so. I mean, you know me, I've been pounding that drum for 10 years now. Having a mental health background, I know that the problem is not housing. I know that the problem is drug addiction and mental health issues. It's hard to tell where one begins and one ends. There's been so much money involved in it, and I think the narrative is, it's been so easy to say it's housing, 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 because that perpetuates that money just rolling around, and the problem never gets better. But I think people are realizing that they can't continue to hold on to their political careers indefinitely if they just keep scamming the California people and say, oh, don't believe your lying eyes. The problem's not that bad, and you know, we can fix it by building more housing. I think people realize that's not true.
Is the money spigot part of the problem, that everybody, no one wants to turn that flow off?
You know, look, $25 billion we spent in the last 5 years on homelessness with absolutely no results. Can you imagine running a company where you lost $25 billion and you had no results in increased sales or increased profitability? They would fire you in a heartbeat. That is the most dismal failure I can possibly imagine. So you have to ask yourself why. Are they just stupid? Are they just unable to grasp the concept? Or is there a more nefarious reason? And I happen to have been around government long enough to know that people in power funnel money to their friends who keep them in power.
You just described the federal and state government. I mean,
I hate to say it.
But all right, so you guys got together, guys and gals got together. What's the next step forward?
Well, I mean, you know, I'm actually an integral part of the next step forward, because the rescue mission seems to be really stepping up and taking a well-deserved place as the leader in this process. And they're doing it by developing these centers in the various areas of the county. They've got one in the South County, they've got one in San Diego, they've got one in the North County now, and now we're talking about possibly bringing one out to the East County, which we're fine with. We want more options. But what I like about the rescue mission is they're not just get somebody off the street, give them a apartment so they can go party. They're a faith-based organization that is very focused on the fact that they need to get people off drug and alcohol. And I'm behind that all day long. And it's very gratifying to see all these other mayors from cities who have a different political philosophy than me also saying, hey, you know what, this seems to work.
All right, Mr. Wells, we appreciate your time coming in. Hopefully our next chat will show some progress, just any kind of incremental moving the ball forward.
Let's just believe it so.
Okay.